Excuse me.
Ah!
You look like you are waiting for someone to play chess with.
I suppose I am.
May I?
I can't stop you.
No. Oh, what a pretty place to play, in the shade of all these statues. I wonder if any of these old people can even remember who these statues are of. Great lives that no longer matter, reduced to outsized pieces without even a board to play on.
I'll set up the game, shall I?
Oh, do be my guest. We have had our fun, haven't we? Me chasing you across the board. From the first moment, this confrontation
Was inevitable.
But I have waited until you have no moves left. How tired you look. You have been in the wars.
For a long time.
Don't I know it? Oh, what a war.
Will you choose a side?
Black and white. So limiting, don't you think? One side must always be the winner. On this occasion, I shall let you have white. It allows you the first move, after all.
Very well.
And so we begin. But board games are so limiting. You must start by throwing away the rest of the world and building boundaries. And then choosing your pieces.
They all have their merits.
Indeed. Everyone concentrates on royalty. But there is a power in the sheer regularity of the castle and the bishop, and the ridiculous rules of the knight.
You have not mentioned one piece.
Of course not.
It starts out insignificant, but it can become powerful.
So long as no one sees it moving. But there's always someone watching.
I'm aware of that now.
You should be flattered. Very few catch my attention. But you...
A worthy opponent?
Hardly, but... Oh, I do admire these outdoor chess balls. Ready in all weathers, the game continues. Steal the pieces, someone replaces them, the game continues. Even if the players die, others take their place, the game continues. Marvelous.
I thought you said the game was limiting.
It entirely depends on who imposes the limitations.
And this game? Are you letting me win?
I can afford to, for a while. But you will lose eventually.
I see.
Do you find that certainty comforting?
No.
You should.
I am not in your position.
A pawn seeking to rule the board, taking on various guises. You have done well for yourself.
Thank you.
But in the wider scheme, you are still a fly bumping against a pane of glass. You made an error there.
I'm tired.
And it will cost you. Looking at the board, I fear you are committed to a course of action that will cost you more and more of your pieces. This isn't a game of dominoes, you know.
What's your next gambit?
Oh, you talk as though I've given my moves grand names. Don't you find people who do that dull, my little fly? My next move will be to win. Oh, what a nice park this is. All those people walking. I would say without a care in the world, but you've learned enough about these people to know that each one carries a heavy burden of minor cares and resentments. And yet they've no idea what's around the corner.
What is around the corner?
And those children, oh, look at them. Running and splashing as they dance in the fountains without a glance at the marble figure of whoever endowed it. What wonderful things children are. So full of hope. So fragile.
You're going to kill them all, aren't you? This whole world.
Would it matter to you?
I think it would.
You sound as though you've surprised yourself.
Something about Karsh. Ordinarily, I wouldn't care what happened to these people. But I brought you here, and I feel responsible.
Do you? Or do you feel trapped, feeling kinship with your prison? Your move.
You'll allow me to think about it.
You may. There's always a value to a random move. The Sublime Port should never have been opened, you know.
I see that now.
What the Soldagan discovered, it was remarkable. But it was not meant for them. What a great race they were. No one remembers them now. What a pity. What a drastic pity.
But to destroy Karsh, is that really necessary?
Extinction was the cost when the Sublime Port was open before. But that was a long time ago. Prices have gone up since. Inflation is terrible, isn't it?
No.
Excuse me?
Spare this world.
Why? I haven't said what I shall do. But to hear that from you, developing a conscience or discovering your limits.
Whatever my motives, I've taken your bishop.
So you have. Still the defiant gestures. I shall allow that. In fact, let me allow you even more. A victory. There. My king has fallen. I have surrendered. The field is yours.
But you were winning.
Was I? How kind of you to say so. Thank you for the game.
Is that it?
If you wish a rematch, you know where to find me. Who knows? Perhaps I shall open a window. Buzz, buzz, little fly.